That's the hill. See, there's town. That's the hill. See, there's town.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, oh hey, we got our first viewer in the chat, and it's the guy I was hoping would be on first thing up here. Well, welcome back to the Junkman's Adventures and this live stream where I'm going to do a project. It's been a while. Anyway, yeah, we have we got Skull52 EX in the chat. He's going to be joining along because he's actually kind of part of the reason we're doing this here. And if you're watching the little bit of the intro, we got you're kind of going to get the idea of what we're doing here. And I have I'll get it into the front of the camera here. This little model here that I built, and if you watch the trailer at the beginning of this live stream here, it showed the finished product of this. I live streamed the build of this 1/25th scale model of this Datsun 720 here, replicating the pickup that you saw in the video before this stream in the trailer, and also down in the corner here. And with my good buddy Skull52 and EX, I'm going to link his channel down in the description there, so you can go subscribe to him. He does farm simulator such. So if you caught me on the last stream, that's why we were talking about that. Anyway, that was that stream. This is this stream. Anyway, he's involved in this because he sent me this, and this is a little RC, four-wheel drive RC truck, kind of on the inexpensive end, but we're going to make it look like this. He sent it to me and says, hey, can you do it up like this? Because it kind of looks like it. Now, keen-eyed viewers would notice that this, of course, obviously is a Datsun 720/Nissan hard body, kind of depending on the colloquialisms that you may use around there. And, of course, I did this one a couple years back, and you can watch that whole live stream. It's highly detailed. Anyway, he bought this, and now keen viewers will notice this is actually, I mean, it's not exactly a Toyota, but it's more a Toyota model. But however, back in the 70s and 80s, when these trucks were popular, before the chicken tax basically killed all these little mini pickups, they all kind of looked very similar. So we're going to be doing the best we can to kind of make this kind of look like that old pickup that you were seeing in the video at the beginning of the stream and everything. Now, of course, it has the remote and everything. I didn't pull that out. The battery pack kind of goes in here. It's going to be a rough approximation because I'm not going to modify this battery compartment. I may scratch build a roll bar and such, but it'll have to be such that I can that you can still get the battery out easy. So we'll tackle that at another time. It also has this little camper shell type deal. I'll include it with, but I'm not going to detail it or anything. There's little windows that come with it, but we're not going to use that. There is a few details and stuff, mainly like the tail lights and such, and I think marker lights. Oh yeah, there they are in there. So there's a few things, and then extra spare parts, side mirrors and handles, and windshield wipers. But first thing we're going to do here is I want to see if I can get the body off. I'm sure the body comes off of this kind of thing easily with just a few screws. So that's the first thing. If you notice over here, of course, I have our tight corner shot is kind of covering this up. I made a makeshift kind of little bench booth. Because we're going to do a little bit of painting on this to, I don't want to lose these screws. I got a magnetic tray over here. We're going to do a little bit of painting, but to do this, and I have a bench booth in one of my other shops, but of course I can't live stream from there, so I had to make a makeshift thing using a couple of computer fans. One 120 millimeter fan here, and then I have the kind of a dryer hose that then goes out the door, and I have a little 80 millimeter on the other end, so it's kind of a push-pull design, I guess you could say. And I kind of tested it out. Works great. It'll keep most of the fumes out of here. Let's see. I don't know how many screws. It shouldn't really be too many to get. Oh, I see. There's a. As there. Geez, how do you get to those very easy? Because this, in this particular model, I didn't do a whole lot of research. I'm not really into RC, but my buddy Chris, Skull52 EX, who's in the chat right now, is into RC, and he kind of knows more about these. But I did look into this model, and looks like, well, it's a cheap, on the cheap end. Well, it's not like Let's see. Yeah, it is on the cheap end. There is some modifications to this, you know, in mods and things, and for these kind of RCs. Seems like it's a very oh, there we go. The pickup bed. Okay, comes off separately. Well, that's nice. How does the cab come off? And you know, it actually has a you know, a steel or metal frame. And you know, little 4-link suspension and drive shaft. You know, what I'd consider pretty reasonable quality. I'm trying to, if I can get the cab off, that'd be oh so excellent, so I don't have to tape as much. But if I have to, and I don't want to mess around too much, I don't have to. Actually, I tell you what, well, there's 2 screws here. Maybe that's, maybe that's it. Thought those were part of the drive train here, but I guess not. So those it off there. But yeah, welcome to the chat. Anybody in there? You know, I usually will answer and monitoring the chat. Also, don't forget the super chat helps this channel. Maybe that's it. Okay, it is a little fragile here, and then there are some headlights, and I'm not sure how they unbolt. So, or if they do, that's the thing. Might just, oh, there we go. Just got to get it past the okay. I was afraid of that. They didn't give a lot of room with the little LED headlights, but okay, they do just slide out. I wondered if they'd be glued in there, and that's going to be great. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. So we can just sort of set that off to the side. Oh, good. The interior and windshield just come out with some screws too. That's great, because I didn't want to. And maybe this bumper and everything just comes off. Wow, that'll make this awesome. Now I will have to cut the grill out, because in the original model, the grill is, you know, busted out and everything. So to replicate it faithfully, but we'll tackle that when we get there. Yeah. Oh man. So oh, this will be great, because I was hoping this interior I could get it out in some pieces, and because I want to detail it as well, because you can see in there. And we'll have to add some details in there. Okay. Oh, great. Oh, the dash, man, we can check that out. Really, we can get really detailed if we want to. And I think we will, because why wouldn't we? This is the Junk Man's Adventures. I can't leave well enough alone. And, seat and everything's not too great, but that's all right. Oh, good. I am glad this windshield comes out of here, because that make this so much easier, especially detailing that window, because I'm going to want to put some mud streaks and things of that nature on there. Oh wow, I don't have to hardly ask anything. Oh, that back part of, oh, okay, the back part of that. All right, put those screws back in, because that needs to, oh, that'll just have to stay on there, because that needs to get painted with those. Let's take the grill. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It has the headlights and all this. Yeah, I watched some little review videos on this, and you know, for the price and for, you know, what we're doing here with it. It's going to be an awesome little toy model thing. Okay. I'll have to mask off some of that and get some primer on it. Okay, now one thing I need to do is I'm going to attempt. I thought about annealing this plastic and getting a better get better adhesion on it. But you know what? I do have, and I've had really good luck with kind of this Rust-Oleum's, you know, plastic primer. If I would anneal it and even sand it, but giving the its use case, I forgot to get some paper towels and alcohol to gotta wipe this down. My prep solution here. I'm gonna break the illusion here a little bit. All right. But yeah, normally I would treat this plastic a little bit differently, but this stuff I've had really excellent luck with other projects. I mean, like I said, when you're painting plastic, it's nothing's perfect. Again, use kind of a little anneal it using like a little blowtorch kind of thing will actually really make paint really stick to it, but we're not gonna get down that fancy. So, right, that evaporate off here. We're gonna see how far we get. See if we get into the detailing. I have my airbrush here, so we'll use that. But I actually find that, you know, I can get pretty good results with kind of weathering with these with rattle cans, and then some brushes and some washes and some different things like that. So, okay. Well, actually, we'll stick that up in there. Try to paint that piece all in one go. And let's see. Yeah, Skull's saying he doesn't know if he knows that much about this particular model. I actually want you to kind of enlighten us in the chat there, and those for watching this archived, you know, watch the chat replay. How did you come across this idea to get this model, or look it up, get this model, and then get this idea to send it to me to have it to detail it up like this? And yeah, like I said, did you research it or what? Because I wouldn't have gone out of my way to find this model. Let's see. Okay, you've been buying these the cheap models that run like hobby grade. Well, you know, and that it's funny you kind of say that, run like hobby grade, because when I watched a review just to kind of see how this this model ran and everything, how fast and what people thought of it. Fans on here. Shouldn't be too loud. It seemed like most people, you know, for whatever the price was, and I comment in the chat, I don't know how much, roughly, just ballpark what you paid. I didn't even look up what these cost, but I can't believe they're that expensive. But I thought it looked like it ran pretty good. I mean, obviously you're not going to be jumping them off like a 10-foot ledge and having it survive real good. But like I was noticing, a lot of people were modding these, like, you know, different transmission mods, gearing them up, gearing them down, mostly gearing them down, bigger motors, better motors. Oh, you know what? I said it here. Even though I do have ventilation and we're not going to be spraying that much paint, safety first. So. Dang it. What I thought would happen, that little piece. And we'll just take it out. Okay, I know you can't see exactly what I'm doing, but and I should have brought my, I don't know if you can hear me, I should have brought my hair dryer. Speed up the cure time, but it won't take that long. We're going to shoot some flat black after this. Well, my flat black isn't probably good enough for this plastic, so. Well, there we go. I do have it handy. It just makes a lot of noise, so see what happens there. $50 for this. Oh, well, that's definitely worth that. I can tell by its build, you know. Comes with some extra spare parts, too, so that ain't bad. All right. Okay. Right. There those are. Let's see. And works good. Alrighty. Well, we let those kind of dry, and I'll get my hair dryer out. That'll help speed things up a lot. See. So, and what I want to do is tape slivered here. Tape off this bumper and the headlights and stuff because I want to keep that. It's pre-painted, obviously, and like I said, I don't know how much I am going to cut the front up, just because then I got to build a panel back here that looks like a radiator and all that to sort of sell the idea. So, you know, might not get that detailed with it, but we'll see. We'll see how far I want to take it. I probably will cut the grill out, and then I'll just put a piece of plastic back there. At least do that. I'm not gonna bust the side lights out and stuff like, or you know, I might weather the headlights a little bit because they look too shiny, obviously. And this pickup never looked that good. Never. Even when he bought it. I should actually, and later in the stream, if you're watching, I'll maybe bring up the video again so you can see what we mean. Okay. By the time I get this painted, said the and I'm gonna have to weather the bumper and stuff because, like I said, it never. Well, it didn't even really. Well, it had a tubular bumper on there, and that's the thing. Well, I guess it kind of technically comes off. Well, I'll mask around it for the time being. I don't know. I might not. Now, should I make a tubular bumper? Shoot. That's the thing. Can't leave well enough alone. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do that. Alright. Alright. Undo my tape job here. That bumper comes out, so. And you know, I have some styrene and everything. Okay, well, the bumper does come off. We'll decide. At least I can weather it separately. I guess I should have looked a little closer than when I was doing this. All right, start over. But it's masked off. We're gonna shoot it with some dusty colors and all that. So yeah, it doesn't matter how good this tape job really is. We just don't want to cover up over everything. All right. I gotta shoot the. I'm gonna probably shoot the undersides just you end up with a better finished product. Because then if you happen to, something shows, you see that red plastic. Oh, let's see. That's a little tacky. We'll shoot this real quick. Okay. Let's see here. All right, just gotta get this going. Paper towels down. It kind of forgot to do that. It helps with. It's about dry, so we'll just hit the underside, especially in the interior area, because you might actually see those parts. Okay. Same with the pickup box. Just need to hit, inner
Yeah, those inner fenders, you'll kind of see them if I don't. Don't need much on them, but okay. That does that. I don't think I'll spray the. Really need to. I got a different idea for the interior.
I got a different idea for the interior, so I won't hit that right now. That going. I need to get, let's see. I need to get, oh, my hair dryer, that's what I was getting, and a cord. Hair dryer. All right. Okay. Sorry, folks. I should have set some of this up earlier, but that's trying to do it live here. All right. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Old model maker's trick, you know, sort of force dry things. Try to keep it away from the microphone, I guess, so you don't have to hear it necessarily. Okay, now all right. Let's see. Forgot gloves. Got the glove. Oh yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, a straw for the tubular bumper. Yeah, actually, yeah, that'd work too. But I actually have some. I actually have some like styrene rod or tubing that will look just perfectly here. Okay, next step is to shoot the flat black, which is the base. Then
we can work on some of the weathering, and probably not going to get that all done in one shot because when I want to do the washes and everything, paint has to be completely dry for that. Yeah, I wish I could have I should have thought better and had the small, or the close-up camera so you could watch me paint, but, you know, if you're having paint and things flying around, I didn't really want to risk getting it on my cameras, even though they're old and everything. I just didn't want to have to deal with that. And I'll definitely have to model the junk that would be in the back of this pickup too, because that's a big part of this model, obviously. Okay. And I'm kind of using older paint too, which is fine because I don't necessarily want it to spray out all nice and even. That's somewhat how I get some of the effects and things. So in there, you should be able to see it in frame there, kind of what it looks like. Just doing light coats. I'll probably do another once over if I. And of course, the hood is really rusty, so I'll definitely focus on that with a different, somewhat of a different technique, obviously. I'm not really worrying about getting excellent coverage all over because this truck had a rattle can paint job on it, you know, so we don't want it looking too good. I'll flip that over. Let's see, I'll do these. Then I'll flip the box over because I want to get that the way it should be. That dried off a little, and I can flip that one and he's kind of I'm rushing the process just a tad, and there we go. I just kind of goofed it up because I was rushing. So I'm gonna have to wait a little bit there. That one real quick. Right. See. Yep. Okay. Because a lot of this black is going to get covered up with various earth tones and browns to sort of help sell the illusion, I guess, if you so to speak. Yeah, man, this black paint I have here is it's terrible old. Another thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to bash the fenders in and such. I'm just not going to have time for that. I am kind of under the gun here for doing that kind of thing. Again, I know I'm talking through a mask, so I hope you're hearing me, sorta. Okay, and shoot. All right. Alrighty. Alright. Okay. I think. Well, actually, you know what? Well, I'm all geared up. I should shoot this interior. I have to go get another paper towel. Some of the oils and fingerprints off here. But there's a lot of detail on this little interior. I'll show it to you there. So I'm gonna definitely want to detail that up. But if I'm gonna do that, I'll kick myself later if I don't shoot a little primer on it. So But that will be for a different... Didn't need much on that one. Sometimes using the spray cans is like using a chainsaw for fine woodworking. Okay, set that off the side. And this seat, I better. You know what? Because it's got to be this saddle tan color that I have. So might as well shoot it while we're doing all this stuff. So. And I know I'm not talking a lot because I'm working here. It's always hard. Speak up in the chat. Yeah, I'm sure. Bane. I was looking at the chat there. And actually, I just barely know that reference. Okay. Shoot that. Okay. Alright, we'll set that off the side. Bumper, there we go. Well, actually, I could. Just hit it. Why don't I? I'm kind of forcing the issue here. Make sure that's good and warm. Hopefully this paint's still good. Oh, yay. It sprays nice and shitty, so that'll work perfect. Now let's see. This is a satin, that's good. But of course we're going to grime it up too. That'll bring out a lot of the details. But that won't happen till after this is dried. And there we go. Boy, that's... And actually the dash needs to be hit up with that too, so I might as well just hit that off real quick. Alright. Now I know it looks a little glossy yet, but that's alright, it'll tone down. And then we're going to put a nice wash on it, and that'll that'll really tone it down and make it look dirty and grimy. I mean, the real pickup had bucket seats, that's a bench seat, but beggars can't be choosers with something like this. Okay. That's perfect on that. Of course, we'll be dirtying up the dash as well. Right. There we go. Yeah, that'll look nice. And then even if it's a little too shiny afterwards,
and if it's a little too shiny afterwards, I'll just hit it with a flat, and that usually takes care of it from. That'll take care of it from there. So, all right. Let's see here. Can be wondering. Wondering if we can just kind of testing the edges and seeing how I should have. Well, I guess I don't need to shoot into there. All right. Well, the next thing I think. Well, it might be time to try to bust out the. Wonder if it's time to bust out the airbrush and airbrush a little bit. We will do that. All right, I think so. Or we'll try that. Yeah, and actually I can do that. And I actually have to. I have to sort of put it together. I can follow the body lines a little bit. And I know you're not going to get to see it happen in real time unless I guess I could. I'll change to the tight shot and you can probably watch it. So we'll get that. We'll get this set up and mix up some paint here. Let's try to think. Start with lighter. I can always go darker. So start with this color, I guess. Paints are kind of old, so that's perfect for a project like this where you're not shooting for perfection. Some more paper towels over here. Less that, or do I decant a little bit of that? I can always paint over it. Why don't I do that? A respirator on to do this, but
all right. These. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Get a little bit more. All right, let's see. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's change to here. Okay, this is going to be difficult for me. Hey, turn my air pressure down just a little bit. I guess I should have done a better spray out, but... Okay. Guess I could have been a little darker, but I can always come back. I can always come back and... Let's, Okay. So there we go. That kind of works. Okay. And I'm going to work on the back side here. Yeah, I'm not completely sure the origins of this kind of terrible two-tone paint, but anyway, there it is, you know. I might have to come back with a little bit of black, but we'll deal with that when we can. Okay, that pretty much, well, now see, the original pickup has kind of just has a, yeah, and I'm going to want to maybe feather that with a matte black. But I can always do that after it dries. So okay, and I don't need to do that. So maybe I better mimic it around the tailgate, even though that the original one didn't have it. Okay, we're done there. So, all right, the part I hate is cleaning the airbrush. So you gotta wait while I do this. But that gives that time to all dry off, and of course we're gonna dirty it up, mud it up a little bit, too. Okay. Now let's run a little acid. Okay. One more shot. That's what I hated. that little tiny bit. Gotta screw around with cleaning the gun, airbrush. But all right. Have that flat black? I do. Okay, so that's that. That I don't really need to do just yet, so. All right. So, next thing I think we're going to hit, and take my gloves off to do this. Is I think we'll hit the hood. Normally I don't mask this early after a paint job, but let's test that. Okay. It doesn't have to be a crisp line, but I'm gonna mask the hood area because we really want to hit it. And if we ruin it, we ruin it, and I have to do it over again. That's, you know, just the way it goes. Okay, so we're gonna hit that with a little bit of, I don't know. See if I can just heat it and do the rattle can rather than having to decant and decant it. So we'll just use this paper towel as a cheap ass mask. I mean, I will do the top, but it'll be in a little different treatment. So do that. Yeah, you won't be able to see it, but I'll bring it back around. Okay. Got a cheap brush here. See if we can. Thinner, and there we go. Yeah, there we go. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm kind of streaking with a brush thinner, and I'm taking the layer of paint I just put on off and kind of ruining it like that. Okay. Just because you can't see, I'll show you kind of what I got going on. I mean, I'll probably keep working it here. Freaking it, you know. Kind of where these raised areas are. That's where a lot of the rust typically likes to propagate. Hit that. We'll even take like a little of this color. We'll kind of throwing the paint on it. Get the idea, and we can our brush and kind of brush that out a little. Might even there. Kind of like that too. Maybe. Some black. Okay. There we go. I'll give you better close-ups once we... It's just, let's unmask it, actually. Ooh. I like that. Yep, there we go. Like exactly what I wanted. All right, now, I mean, obviously I need, you know, obviously I need to blend this in, but that's a lot of what I wanted here. Actually, what we could do, again, feather those in. Of course, I'll work with the airbrush a little bit, but I mean, I really like that. Then we'll tone some of it down with but I really like that. So now we'll set up to do the roof, because it needs to be, you know, it needs to be damaged. So we'll just use this paper towel, because and we'll I'm not taping hard. I'm trying not to tape real hard lines here, but some of this, again, like I said, the roof, as I remember it, had little to no paint on it, so, you know, it needs to be almost all rust. And then some of this rattle, you know, on the real thing had a rattle can job. But it was on the side, so it, you know, obviously it didn't get weathered as much. So okay, and we need to do that. Well, into the booth we'll go. Hit the. Actually, I think I'll do the reverse. We'll go some of that. I don't want to damage this as much, but And obviously the leading edge needs the most. Kind of freak it a little. Just a little bit more. It's real easy to overdo. It's real easy to overdo it
when you're doing this kind of stuff. All right. My light touches. Should have maybe left A-pillars, but yeah, there we go. There we go. We're getting started. We're getting close here. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of really liking that. That is trash. Okay. Now the box. We should work on that. And yeah, lightly do the bed rails because I don't want to kill all this dark. Well, actually, yeah, just kind of put a bit of tape around here. Don't want it going down the side, but I do want the tops of the bed rails. Okay. Oh, I gotta do the back here. Do this in a couple of stages. All right.
All right. There we go, right there. Obviously, we're going to keep going. We're going to layer in this, but so far, pretty much liking what I see. Thing is I do want to want to dirty up the sides here of the cab. So I think I'm going to take dark tan and work on that a little bit with the airbrush here. Thin this out quite a bit. I ran out of the regular can of acetone, so I got to use my spray. Okay. And bring it in for a close shot on this. So you guys can kind of watch what I'm doing here. I'm just barely putting anything down. I want to kind of soften the edges up. We'll even soften the hood up a little bit. That's the thing, I should have been spraying this too, but I'll do that in there because it's going to float around on us. So, all right. See, and that kind of evens that up a little bit. I still need to maybe there we go. I'm kind of liking that. I don't want to kill all that black or that dark, but here we can we'll hit the box up too. Yeah, we'll hit that in there, and then hit in the wheel well, you know, where these wheel wells are. And in those corners. And then I'm going to get some grime, and we'll grimy them up quite a bit. Okay, I think, yeah, we'll get some, maybe I'll get some dark brown and put in there. That would look pretty good. Yeah, I'll hit it up with some dark. Yeah, let me do this off camera here. Get this kind of. Then I got to clean the. Okay. Make sure that kind of blends. I should have been shooting that when it was in there, but yeah, let's get that a little bit better here. Okay. Clean that out. Then I need to hit it. I think I'll hit it with a dark brown. Oh, I hate cleaning the airbrush. Like using it, but I hate cleaning it. Okay, I gotta, let's see, deck brown and red brown. Probably, let's see if that one's any good. Oh, that's a good muddy brown color. So let's, okay, I'm gonna have to shoot this while I'm in here. Shooting over the wheel wells and kind of lower rockers. So it's very subtle, but it's kind of toning down those hard lines that I have for the different colors. Sort of blending them, but more, or just giving it more accent. I'm really liking how it's turning out so far. Okay. There we go. Put her together, see, hopefully it kind of lines up. Go. Oh yeah, pretty good. All right. Oh, I'm really liking that. That's. Don't know if I can do a wash, but I can. You know what? You know what? I'll test. I got pigments. See, and I got pigments and other things to do. I do have this black wash. Stuff out of the way here. Hopefully this is still good, this stuff. Oh yeah, looks like it. I always use a really crappy. It's kind of settled on me. A little bit, but we can make do. Just try. Put a little bit back there as a test. That'll work. We're doing a bit of a wash, kind of an oily black wash here in the bed, in the corners. Kind of dries, opaque. You know, take a we can take a paper towel and I guess I can take this off.
Take that off because I'm done spraying. But take a paper towel and kind of wipe it off, and it's kind of an opaque, it's almost a stain. That and it's like a stain. See if I can. It's hard for me to do it backwards to myself, but another one of those deals you want to sort of sneak up on it. Because you know, kind of go along. Kind of get, you know, a little bit out of control with it. Not careful. We just want to highlight areas. That looks pretty good. I mean, I like that here. know what? Sometimes I even like to, and I probably will here, sprinkle real dirt in there, and then lock it in. I don't have any sifted right now, so we'll do that at another, later date. But get it real dark in these corners, like mud and gunk and oil and whatever had been slopping around in here. Like that. Let's put a little bit in the froster vents here. Make those sort of stand out. There's that. No, let me. Bit up that center rib, kind of highlight that a little bit. Yeah, like to do the door handles and stuff like that separately. It's wash there. Okay. Just touching up a little. Go. Light those a little bit. Well, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Look pretty good, or how do you think we're doing? You know what? We got got the washout and everything. We'll take this to the bank. We'll do this seat. That'll really accentuate some of the the detail they have in here. I don't know how much you can see of the seat when it's done, but or when it's in the cab, because it was all black, so it's kind of really hard to tell floor and stuff. So yeah, what do you think? How about you, Chris? What do you think? Are we getting close? Yeah, that helped that a little bit. That helped tone that down a little bit. Get a little bit more on it there. Does it look? I guess what I'm asking is, is it approximating what we remember? Hit the dash up with a little bit too. Mostly it's going to need a little bit of a dusting too. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully it approximates what the rail pickup looked like. Okay, I'm gonna get all these details in here so it makes them stand out, and then I'll come in and I'll pick them out with the get the radio knobs and things like that. Now there's no gauges, so can't really do anything with that. But okay, that hits that pretty good. Let's actually do a light dusting of this brown on the. I don't think you can see the floor, but I'll hit the floor with that. With some of these lighter colors, just okay. There's the seat. That should look pretty good. Dust again. Since I got the paint loaded up, I better just do it. There we go. I think I'll leave that alone. The bumper, I don't know what I'm doing with yet. Let's see. You know what? Actually, I do have these powder. I'll try this powder. Because let's see, there's one of my cheapos. Let's see. Put a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's right. That hits it. Hits it good. Yeah. And of course, we'll hit this with a flat. Not really sure what to do with this battery box thing, but I'll hit the edge with that here. We'll just kind of there. Get them rusting powders in there. That ought to make it look really good there. So. Actually, I kind of like just a smidge and dusting. Oh, I like that. Using some of this. There we go. There we go. Put the streak it up a little bit there. That's even better. Hits those details really good. Of course, I got other little tips and tricks. I guess I can bust these out here too. It's kind of like a makeup applicator deal. Sort of hit the edges, corners of things. Kind of gets those edges that would be a bit extra worn. Windshield's gonna hit here. Even get a little bit of gunmetal. It look like the paint's worn down. It hasn't rusted yet, but it's getting there. Like that. Is the illusion of the metal. Can't kill all the dark. You gotta use the highlights kind of somewhat sparingly. Let's hit that leading edge with mirrors. Let's see. Silvery there, because you grab, that's where your arm wears away the paint there. Top of the door a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah. Brush kind of on a little bit more. Yeah. And we'll have to put some little mock chain, little model chains or something in there. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. I need to clean out my airbrush, but I'm going to call this, well, not done, but done for this, done for this stream. I'm going to probably pack it up. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I mean, hopefully it wasn't too boring, because, with the, with the hairdryer and the painting, it's a lot of noise and work, but we're gonna get there, and well, tomorrow night I'll be able to, I think, work on the rest, and kind of set it on there, kind of get an idea what it kind of will look like, sort of. And of course we got to deal with the wheels. Got to make those look like aluminum rims, but corroded and all that. So deal with some more of the interior and everything. So that's what it's gonna kind of look like. I think it's gonna it'll roughly approximate what's gonna look like. So all right, well, appreciate it. I got to get stuff cleaned up and pack it in for now, because I need to let this dry before we can start layering in some more details. And again, we'll probably have this finished next stream. So see you next time, and don't forget to like this video, share it around, tell your friends, and thanks for watching.
Yep.